Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be doing an updated version of my Dreamworks movie collection. Let's get started with the VHS. We got Ants. Here's the tape. Print date is December 27th, 1998. The Prince of Egypt. Here's the tape. Print date is May 25th, 1999. Chicken Run. Here's the tape. Print date is September 26th, 2000. Joseph, King of Dreams. Here's the tape. Print date is June 11th, 2000. Shrek. Here's the tape. Print date is August 12th, 2001. Shrek 2. Here's the tape. Print date is September 29th, 2004. Shark Tale. Here's the tape. Print date is June 24th, 2005. Now on to the DVDs. We got the Joseph, King of Dreams and Prince of Egypt double feature. There's Joseph, King of Dreams and the Prince of Egypt. Shrek the Ultimate Collection. We got Shrek, Shrek 2, Shrek the Third, Shrek Forever After, Puss in Boots, Shrek the Musical, and the bonus disc. Shrek. There's the disc. Shrek 2. There's the disc. Shark Tale. There's the disc. Another Shark Tale. There's the disc. Madagascar. There's the disc. Another Madagascar. There's the disc. Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. There's the disc. Over the Hedge. There's the disc. Another Over the Hedge. There's the disc. Flushed Away. There's the disc. Another Flushed Away. There's the disc. Shrek the Third. There's the disc. B-Movie. There's the disc. Another B-Movie. There's the disc. Kung Fu Panda. There's the disc. Secrets of the Furious 5. There's the disc. Madagascar Escape to Africa. There's the disc. Monsters vs. Aliens. There's the disc. Bob's Big Break. There's the disc. How to Train Your Dragon. There's the disc. Shrek Forever After. There's the disc. Shrek 4 movie collection with the Walmart slipcover. Here's Shrek, Shrek 2, Shrek the Third, and Shrek Forever After. Megamind. There's the disc. Megamind the Button of Doom. There's the disc. Kung Fu Panda 4 movie collection with the Walmart slipcover. There's Kung Fu Panda, Kung Fu Panda 2, Kung Fu Panda 3, Kung Fu Panda 4, and the bonus disc. Puss in Boots. There's the disc. Madagascar 3. There's the disc. Another Madagascar 3. There's the disc. Rise of the Guardians. There's the disc. The Croods. There's the disc. Turbo. There's the disc. Another Turbo. There's the disc. The Universal 10 film animation collection, which includes Over the Hedge and Turbo. We got Alvin and the Chipmunks Meet Frankenstein, An American Tail, Balto, Curious George, Jetsons the Movie, The Land Before Time, Over the Hedge, The Tale of Despero, Turbo, and We're Back, A Dinosaur Story. Mr. Peabody and Sherman. There's the disc. Another Mr. Peabody and Sherman. There's the disc. How to Train Your Dragon 2. There's the disc. Another How to Train Your Dragon 2. There's the disc. Penguins of Madagascar. There's the disc. Another Penguins of Madagascar. There's the disc. Home. There's the disc. Another Home. There's the disc. Kung Fu Panda 3. There's the disc. Captain Underpants. There's the disc. How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. There's the disc. The Dreamworks 10 movie collection. We got Shrek, Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron, Madagascar, Kung Fu Panda, How to Train Your Dragon, The Croods, Home, Trolls, The Boss Baby, and Abominable. Trolls World Tour. There's the disc. The Croods: A New Age. There's the disc. Spirit Untamed. There's the disc. The Boss Baby Family Business. There's the disc. The Bad Guys. There's the disc. Dreamworks The 10 Movie Adventure Collection. We got Ants, B-Movie, Flushed Away, Madagascar, Mr. Peabody and Sherman, Over the Hedge, Puss in Boots, Shark Tale, Turbo, and The Bad Guys. Trolls Band Together. There's the disc. Kung Fu Panda 4. There's the disc. Now on to the Blu-rays. We got Kung Fu Panda 2. There's the Blu-ray and the DVD. Rise of the Guardians. There's the Blu-ray and the DVD. Penguins of Madagascar. There's the Blu-ray and the DVD. Kung Fu Panda 3. There's the Blu-ray and the DVD. Trolls. There's the Blu-ray and the DVD. The Boss Baby. There's the Blu-ray and the DVD. Captain Underpants. There's the Blu-ray and the DVD. Trolls World Tour. There's the Blu-ray and the DVD. The Croods A New Age. There's the Blu-ray and the DVD. Spirit Untamed. There's the Blu-ray and the DVD. The Boss Baby Family Business. There's the Blu-ray and the DVD. The Bad Guys. There's the Blu-ray and the DVD. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. There's the Blu-ray and the DVD. Ruby Gillman: Teenage Kraken. There's the Blu-ray and the DVD. Dogman. There's the Blu-ray. Now onto the 3Ds. We got Kung Fu Panda. There's the 3D and the DVD. How to Train Your Dragon. There's the 3D and the DVD. Shrek: The Complete Collection. We got Shrek, Shrek 2, Shrek the Third, and Shrek Forever After. Megamind. There's the 3D and the DVD. Puss in Boots. There's the 3D, the Blu-ray, and the DVD. Rise of the Guardians. There's the 3D, the Blu-ray, and the DVD. The Croods. There's the 3D, the Blu-ray, and the DVD. Now on to the 4Ks. We got the Prince of Egypt. There's the 4K and the Blu-ray. Shrek. There's the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the Blu-ray bonus. Shrek 2. There's the 4K and the Blu-ray. Madagascar. There's the 4K and the Blu-ray. Shrek the Third. There's the 4K and the Blu-ray. Kung Fu Panda. There's the 4K and the Blu-ray. How to Train Your Dragon. There's the 4K and the Blu-ray. Shrek Forever After. There's the 4K and the Blu-ray. Kung Fu Panda 2. There's the 4K and the Blu-ray. Puss in Boots. There's the 4K and the Blu-ray. The Croods. There's the 4K and the Blu-ray. How to Train Your Dragon 2. There's the 4K and the Blu-ray. How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. There's the 4K and the Blu-ray. Abominable. There's the 4K and the Blu-ray. The Croods: A New Age. There's the 4K and the Blu-ray. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. There's the 4K and the Blu-ray. Trolls Band Together. There's the 4K and the Blu-ray. Kung Fu Panda 4. There's the 4K and the Blu-ray. The Wild Robot. There's the 4K and the Blu-ray. The live action How to Train Your Dragon. There's the 4K and the Blu-ray. And finally, The Bad Guys 2. There's the 4K and the Blu-ray. Alright, so that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any requests on videos you would like me to do, let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you on the next one.